Hello, today I'm looking at Majjhima number 83, which is called the Makhadeva Sutta, or subtitled King Makhadeva, and the location is Mithila in the Makhadeva mango grove, and the persons mentioned are Buddha, his follower Ananda, the so-named King Makhadeva and his heirs, which includes King Nimi and King Kala Rajanaka, and also the ruler of the gods called Sakka. So at this place, Mithila, Buddha was reminded of the story of King Makhadeva, who was a righteous king who ruled by the Dhamma, the teachings, and conducted himself by the Dhamma, and observed the Uposatha days, that is, the days that are observed in Buddhism at the full, half and quarter moon cycles. After many thousands of years, King Makhadeva said to his barber, "Let me know if you see any grey hairs." And after many thousands of years, the barber noticed grey hairs. And with this divine message, after instructing his son on how to be king, Makhadeva put on the yellow robes and went forth into homelessness. Before departing, he tells his son to continue this good practice. And in homelessness, Makhadeva abided with a mind imbued with loving kindness, without ill will, a mind imbued with compassion, a mind imbued with altruistic joy, a mind imbued with equanimity, without hostility and without ill will. So that's the 4 divine abodes. And for 84,000 years, King Makhadeva played childish games. For 84,000 years, he acted as vice-regent. For 84,000 years, he governed his kingdom. And for 84,000 years, he lived the holy life in this very place, the Makhadeva mango grove. And by developing the 4 divine abodes, on the dissolution of the body, after death, he passed on to the Brahma world. After many thousands of years, Makhadeva's son also developed grey hairs, and he too put on yellow robes after instructing his son. He too developed the 4 divine abodes. So this pattern occurred to 84,000 kings in succession, each one having grey hairs, instructing their son, going forth into homelessness and developing the 4 divine abodes, and proceeding upon death into the Brahma world. Now the last of these kings was King Nimi, and here the story touches on Buddhist cosmology, which appears to have much in common with Hinduism, Jainism, and it's also mentioned in the Upanishads, writings that predate Buddhism. So the gods of the 33 heard of this King Nimi, and the ruler of the gods, Sakka, went to King Nimi and summoned him to meet with the gods of the 33. And with much ceremony, travelling in a chariot harnessed to 1,000 thoroughbreds, going by way of the results of evil actions, and going by way of the results of good actions, King Nimi met with the gods of 33. The gods of 33 encouraged King Nimi to enjoy divine might among the gods, but King Nimi refused the offer, preferring to return to Mithila and conduct himself by the Dhamma among Brahmins and householders, and observe the Uposatha days on the 14th, Uposatha days on the 14th, 15th and 8th of each fortnight. So King Nimi returned in the same way by chariot pulled by 1,000 thoroughbreds. And King Nimi spent many thousands of years before his hair turned grey, and he took up the yellow robes, before passing on to the Brahma world. Now here the tradition was broken, for King Nimi's son, King Kalarajakana, did not go forth from home life into homelessness. He was the last man among them. So in conclusion, Buddha says to Ananda, now in this tale, I am King Makhadeva. I instituted this good practice. But that kind of good practice does not lead to disenchantment, to dispassion, to cessation, to peace, to direct knowledge, to enlightenment, to nibbana. It only leads to reappearance in the Brahma world. But there is this kind of good practice that has been instituted by me now, which does lead to nibbana. And that practice is the Noble Eightfold Path. Right view, right intent, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. This is what leads to nibbana. So, Ananda, continue this good practice instituted by me, and do not be the last man. This is what the Blessed One said, and the Venerable Ananda was satisfied and delighted in the Blessed One's words. And that's the end of Majjhima Nikaya number 83, the Makhadeva Sutta. Thanks for watching.